Let's go. Yeah!
This is the Morning Swim Show for Monday, May 2nd, 2011. I'm your host, Peter Bush. In the Fenice Monitor today, we'll talk to Steve Brown. He's the head coach of Sarasota Y. They just won the combined team title at the YMCA Swimming Nationals for the 5th straight year. Steve Brown joins us right now in the Fenice Monitor. Good, congrats on another victory, and I understand it was another close finish.
Yeah, to say the least. Last year, I believe we won by 4.5 points. I think this year was about 12.5. So I wish they'd be a little bit bigger. I don't like it coming down to the last relay, but I don't really control that, unfortunately. So we do the best we can.
So the way it worked out, did it literally come down to the last relay like that?
We were scoring points, obviously, as finals went on, but we knew it'd probably come down to the boys' relay, 400 medley relay. And our girls in the event before really stepped up and got us a third place finish. And at that point, we knew as long as we didn't false start in the because we qualified 8th in prelims, if we didn't false start in finals, we would win the meet. So I went over quickly, encouraged them to take safe pickups, and they took care of the rest.
Describe what that meet is like for people who've never been to a YMCA national meet.
It's really hard to explain. I was fortunate enough, I grew up in a YMCA, so I grew up going to that meet myself. I know my senior assistant, Mark Matuzak, he grew up going to that meet as well. So it's, to say it's the ultimate team meet, I think is not necessarily fair to the other national meets, but just the esprit de corps, just the camaraderie amongst all the other YMCAs and the fellow competitors. It's a little more healthy rivalry and competitiveness, and more of the junior senior national tends to be a little more ultra competitive, a little more cutthroat. Everyone's very friendly, but yet competitive to each other at the same time. And the announcer and obviously the music they play and the award ceremony and stuff plays a large part of that. But just a team is everything, and obviously you tend to take a larger group than what you would to other national meets, so it sort of leads itself to more of a bigger family team atmosphere, so to speak.
So for a lot of people who grew up in USS swimming, and the clubs they're not necessarily neighborhood clubs. There's 1 or 2 or 3 depending on the size of your city. Big clubs in town, and kids may be 5 minutes away, they may be 45 minutes away. With the YMCA team that you coach, is it more of like the kids who grew up in the neighborhood, or have you sort of become the club team in Sarasota?
I would say we've probably become the club team. We have some smaller programs around us, but obviously, the people that came before me and set the high standard, Larry Schoaf, obviously, and some other great coaches that come through here, really elevated the program. So we've had some kids, we've been fortunate that have come to us from surrounding teams in here, but as of right now, I would say, yeah, we're probably the biggest program around.
I know you've got some up-and-coming stars on the team. I'll name off a couple names. Just tell us a little bit about them. Nick Caldwell.
Nicholas Caldwell, he makes all of us look real good. He's a true coach's dream. He's going to the University of Florida next year. Some for Greg Troy, and very versatile, great kid. As great of a swimmer as he is, I try to explain to other coaches, he's an even better human being. Just the way he carries himself, his demeanor, he's very down to earth and respectful. And I really think the sky's the limit for him as he goes to college and does a little more intense strength training. He's going to get even bigger and faster. So, but as fast as he is a swimmer, he's an even better human being in person and teammate to boot. So he talks to anybody on a swim team, 9-year-olds to 13-year-olds that just moved in the group. He's a true role model, which is very exciting to see.
And some other great swimmers you have there, the Cat siblings, Alex and Taylor.
Again, they make us look real good. They're extremely versatile, very, very talented, but yet they embrace hard work, and they've come to us almost about a year ago, and they are very friendly and very polite, but it's almost like they become something else when the gun goes off. True, voracious competitors that never back off from a challenge. They have some real good skills, phenomenal kickers, both of them, and they both really like to work and race each other in practice, which certainly helps with their performance at meets.
I understand you recently went to a big coaches clinic in Colorado Springs?
Yeah, last week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was at the National USA Swimming National Coaches Convention out at Olympic Training Center. So this is my first time, so it was a great eye-opening experience. A lot of great speakers and fellow coaches, and Greg Troy and spoke. Obviously, our men's Olympic coach and Terry McKeever spoke, and great opportunity for me to meet some of people I've idolized and worshiped for a long time. So a great opportunity for me to learn some new things and bring back to my home club.
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you take away from a clinic like that, hearing from the top coaches in the country and bringing it back to the kids in Sarasota?
Well, it's funny you say that. We had a coaches meeting today, and it was good to hear that a lot of the things they do, we already do here. It's also good to help kind of jog my memory, things I used to do, but for whatever reason I haven't been doing lately, kind of refresh my memory, and just great opportunity for me to ask a lot of questions and make some connections with people, and just to bounce some ideas off, and people who have obviously more international experience from me that can help me try and get kids from this program onto the international scene.
Well, Coach, thank you very much for joining us once again, and congrats on the championship.
Peter, thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
All right, that's Coach Steve Brown joining us from the Sarasota Y, and that is it for today's show. I'm Peter Bush, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish.